Biohacking has been trending lately, and especially I think because of Andrew Huberman, it's becoming more and more mainstream. And honestly, I'm not hating it. I think that's pretty awesome. I tried so many different things already to improve my health and energy. And I can also tell you it really did something. 2 years ago, I was mostly tired. I wasn't energetic. I was often lazy and I just wanted to lay in bed, didn't do any work, and just probably wanted to sleep more. And nowadays, 2 years later, it's much better. So self-improvement and biohacking really can work and really can change your life. And in this video, I will tell you the 5 most essential biohacking tips when it comes to energy maxing. If you could only do 5 things to maximize the energy you experience, I would definitely advise you to do these. Tip number 1 is to wait 90 minutes before your first caffeine intake. Yes, you might have heard about it before. And I actually do have 2 other tips that are way lesser known, but I still had to include this and especially put it at the first place. Because to me, changing that habit actually really improved my life. Or more so, the energy that I have in a day. Because if you don't wait those 90 minutes before you have your first caffeine, you will actually crash in the afternoon. And I always had that problem. That's exactly what made me feel so tired and lazy and unenergetic. Because once it's like 1 or 2 p.m, I was useless, honestly. And there are other things that helped me to get over that problem, and one of them I'm actually going to talk about in a minute. But just simply waiting before your first caffeine of the day has been such a game changer for me. And if you are not doing this already, you have to do it. So that's tip number 1. Essential biohacking tip number 2 is sunlight. What I mean by that is pretty much anything that has to do with sunlight. But you have to understand that getting sunlight in your eyes is really good for energy maxing purposes. Especially if you can get sunlight in your eyes right after you wake up. You will be way more energetic in the morning. That's why I love to wake up when the sun is just getting out. And actually that's also why I sometimes don't make my room dark, because the sun actually wakes me up and then I'm so much more energetic than waking up in the dark, cold winter, if you know what I mean. So in my opinion, even seeing that the sun is out while you are in your room can still be super powerful. But even better and much more powerful as well is to get that sunlight straight into your eyes. So leave your house, get outside and get that sunlight in your face.
No, I don't think I will.
It's going to help with your circadian rhythm and it's actually making you wake up much better than being in your dark, cold room. And also with that as well comes not seeing sunlight when you want to go to bed. Biohacking tip number 3 is a low-carb diet or staying hungry. Let me explain. So first of all, I don't think you have to go onto a keto diet or even low carb. But in my opinion, and it works for many others as well, not having carbs in the morning and not even for your lunch can really help you to maintain stable and sustainable energy levels. For breakfast, it's not even that bad for me, but when you have a heavy carb-loaded lunch, no matter if you drink your coffee 90 minutes after waking up, you will feel tired, lazy and like shit afterwards. If you have a big pasta meal during your lunch break, you can't tell me you're feeling super energetic, super focused and incredibly alert after that. It's the complete opposite. For your breakfast and for your lunch, reduce the carbs. You don't have to go on a no carb or very low carb diet, but at least for your breakfast and lunch, just don't have a lot of carbs. It's going to be very helpful for your energy levels and for your mental clarity as well. If you experience a lot of brain fog, that could also be because of the carbs. If you never tried it, just try it. You can have your carbs in the evening if you want to. And another option, maybe potentially even better, is to just not eat, to fast. Intermittent fasting has been trending lately as well. And I can tell you from my own experience, if you don't eat anything early in the day, or just not much, you will have much better mental clarity and probably more energy as well. It's a bit about balance too, but again, if you're always having breakfast in the morning, maybe actually change. Try it for at least a week and then see if that's not actually better. For me, not eating breakfast or just eating a little bit actually works pretty well. Biohacking tip number 4 is about your sleep. Of course, when it comes to energy, sleep is probably the most impactful thing on that. So if your sleep is fucked, your energy is fucked as well. That's why you have to take care of your sleep. And it's not complicated. I accept that I sleep pretty well, and I'm probably a little bit blessed when it comes to that, but just sleep at around the same times. Within 1 hour window, just try to sleep at the same times, like at least 80% of the times, okay?
Okay.
Then sleep long enough. So sleep around 7 to 8 hours at least. Maybe you can get around with 6 hours, maybe you need 9 or even 10 hours. So sleep at the same times, sleep long enough, and then get high quality sleep. Make your room as dark, cold and quiet as possible. Okay, maybe not as cold as possible, but if you sleep in a cold room, your sleep is typically much better than when your room is warm. And just read 30 minutes before you go to bed. If you do that, you will have good enough sleep. Okay, and maybe just don't drink too much before bed. I'm gonna make a separate video about this. Take care of your sleep. That's tip number 4. Tip number 5 is exercise. In my opinion, you can't skip exercise. You can't ignore it. Your body needs to move. Nowadays it's so simple to just not really move your body a lot. Maybe you have a job working on your PC, you can get your food delivered, you don't have to go outside, like all those things that just keep your body slowly dying. But if you're never physically exercising or at least moving around, like going for walks or running or whatever, you are definitely going to be less energetic. Your body simply needs it. You need to move around a bit. And if you do it, you will be way more energetic. This is not an option. It's actually, in my opinion, a must-have. You have to exercise. And if you don't, not only will your general health suffer, as well as your body weight, your brain function, your gains, but also your energy. So again, physical exercise is not a choice. You have to do it. So if you watched until this point, first of all, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But here are 2 lesser known tips as well. The first one is to get the right supplements, especially vitamin B and magnesium. These are some of the most important supplements that you can get to have more energy. I'm actually just scripting a video about nutrients that will give you energy, so I will go more into detail in that one. But vitamin B, magnesium and also zinc are pretty good supplements to have more energy. And second lesser known tip is cold and heat exposure. Not really sure about the scientific data behind this and actual studies, but I'm very certain that cold showers definitely will give you energy. And I believe going to the sauna regularly, because of its health benefits, passively kinda makes you more energetic as well. You're probably not going to be more energetic just after the sauna, but looking at it long term, I'm pretty sure it's helpful. And actually tip number 3 is to eat more eggs. Yeah, I had to slip that one in here. If you're subscribed, then you know eggs are overpowered. So if you want to learn more about that, just check out this video. I really hope this was helpful. And with all that being said, stay excellent, take your magnesium and bye.